So I just saw the movie last night, and what struck me is that the role that you're playing is actually very tricky and difficult to do, and to do it well without. And this doesn't mean that I think you look silly, but there's a risk always when you're playing that swoony, good-looking guy. And I just wondered if when you first read the screenplay, did that frighten you in any way, or what was your first reaction?
I thought it was impossible when I first read it. And so I didn't go and I got told about it about 5 months before I did the audition, and I was just like, I can't do it, it's an impossible part to play. You can only play it as a kind of two-dimensional like blob. Like you just have to be like a man meat. Like you just come in and taking your shirt off and like, you know, just be some bland thing which people can project whatever they want onto, and I didn't have to do that. I didn't even want to bother getting a six-pack. I mean, so even in the audition, that was part of the audition. You had to take your shirt off. Like, just I was like, seriously, I don't even. I mean, I'll tell you right now, like, if that's the contest, like, I won't get it. But
they actually made you work out a little, as I recall.
Yeah, no, I worked out tons for it. But yeah, no, it is a very tricky part, especially if you don't want to end up like an idiot. I haven't seen it, so I mean, I probably did end up looking like an idiot.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. No, I went and I thought at the beginning when he's, you know, when you read the book and you don't understand why he's behaving the way he does, you know, it must have been sort of, you know, why are you behaving like an asshole, you know, at the beginning?
Yeah.
Why are you? Explain it.
Well, it's like, it's the same thing about, like, if you think, I mean, trying to humanize it, it's literally, if you think you're a dick, then, I mean, in the most basic terms, and you really like someone, and you feel there's a connection there, and there's a possibility of something happening. I mean, I do this so many times, like, whenever I like someone, I'm just like, don't like me, that I'm a dick. Like, and that was the kind of mentality, to obviously much more extreme effect, but like you can't stop hanging out with the person, but at the same time whenever you're around them you're like, seriously, like you really should not, like I'm gonna ruin you.
So how did
I just realised why Stephanie Meyer said in that interview why I wouldn't be a good boyfriend. I've suddenly realised. I was just wondering all day. Oh yeah.
Well, you're a very good boyfriend. You're the fantasy boyfriend in this, which is one of the reasons why women are responding as strongly as they are. Can you analyze that a little in terms of, you know, it's the part that was written, it's the part that's created that people are responding to so strongly, and then they're throwing you into the mix.
They just transferred it over.
Exactly.
I still don't really know, because I mean, I think I played it different to how it is in the book. I mean, you see, I don't know, I felt like I was doing it slightly differently.
Explain. No, tell me, what was your concept?
Well, I mean, just, in the book, he's so in control of himself. Like, even though he says he isn't, you always get the feeling of security when you're reading the book. You know that when he says, I don't want to do anything to harm you, you know I'll never harm her, ever. But I really wanted to make it, you know, a lot of stuff I had to change because it was too different from the book. But I mean, even little tiny things like at the end when at the prom, I mean, just silly little things. I tried to make it look painful.
You did. You looked like you were struggling.
Yeah. Oh, that's good.
That's good. No. And well, there's something else that goes into movies. They have to look real.
Yeah.
You know, you have to bring it to life.
Yeah.
As it were. Was there a debate about the makeup?
Yeah, a lot of it.
Tell me what went on with that.
Well, I think because I don't have very many lines on my face and stuff, they couldn't do like too white because it took away all my expression, and so it was much. I guess mine is a lot finer, the makeup, than on a lot of the other vampires, because I just looked like a kind of kabuki thing. I mean, kind of half kabuki, half like transvestite, and I mean, so they had to do that, and then they ended up doing an airbrush